Auction.com banning all evictions. The update you need to know right now if you're planning on buying any auction properties over the course of the next 45 days right now on Floss Law. If you're following along on YouTube, any social media, if you can hit like, follow along, subscribe to the YouTube channel, I'd appreciate it. All right, this is where it helps that I'm not only your legal advisor, but I'm also an investor at the same time. I went on auction.com, wanted to see what was available. I clicked on a property that I liked. I was taking a look at it. It looked like a very nice income property. And what did I find? Auction.com now is instituting a policy that if you buy, and this is a part of the contract that you're going to have to sign, there is an agreement that you as the buyer agree that if the property is occupied, now remember, you're taking almost all of these auction.com deals, you're taking subject to occupancy in the property. We're trying not to bid on the ones that are occupied, but sometimes you do get them. If it's occupied, if it turns out someone's in there, you cannot file any eviction until May 18th. This is April 2nd. I'm making this video. You have to sign an addendum to the contract that you agree that you as the buyer will not file any legal action against the person in the property until May 18th. So if you hurry up and you buy one of these really good deals, and just wanted to let you know, there's the circuit court is not allowing any foreclosure orders to be entered. But for the foreclosure orders that were already previously entered, there's still some really good properties available on auction.com. So I don't want you to completely abandon that as your investment strategy. If you're out there, you're looking for auction properties, obviously anything that was a live auction where you had to go to whatever was the sheriff or judicial sales or whatever the case may be, those will not be happening for a while yet. But any of the properties that were already foreclosed, the foreclosure was completed, it's owned by the bank, and the bank now has it on auction.com. Those are still going on. Obviously, there's a lot less of them, but they're still out there. I went through the website to kind of myself just now to see if there was anything good on there. There's still some attractive properties on there. There's still some good stuff that's out there. So if you are a buyer, you could still get out there and make an aggressive play on a property. And now might actually be a great time to do it because anyone that was playing around with buying an auction might be out of the game right now because either their portfolio has gone to trash because of the stock market, or now they need cash for other things, or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of people going through a lot of different scenarios right now. If you're one of the lucky people that you still have a lot of cash ready to execute on buying a foreclosure, now might be a great time to do it because a lot of your competition has been eliminated. So get on the website, get registered for properties. I personally saw some really nice ones on there. Obviously, it always depends on what that reserve bid comes out to be, but there's still stuff out there for you guys to bid on. But know that, we always talk about whenever we're doing any of these auction properties, we always want to drive by the property. We want to figure out, is it occupied? Is it not occupied? If you think you're going to make a play on an occupied property, you need to factor in that it's going to be at least 45 days out before you're going to be able to evict that person. So if you're doing a cash deal and you wanted to close on it, maybe in 20, 30 days, usually how long it takes to get those auction.com cash deals done, clear title, get it ready to go, get it closed. Once you get all that done, then you're not going to be able to do anything with that tenant for at least a couple weeks at that point. So right now they're saying May 17th will be the first date that you can even institute an action to do something against them. So just know that you're not really going to be able to do anything with this person. You're going to have to sit on it. You're going to have to wait a little while. Now, realistically, if you're closing on it, like I said, you're going to go through that first 30 days just waiting to close. So it's really only going to affect you for a couple weeks, but there's always the possibility that if the pandemic isn't what do they call it, flattening the curve or whatever the situation is, if we don't get a handle on this, a lot of these programs getting extended already. We're seeing initially a lot of these programs only went till April. We're already seeing a lot of these programs going through May. If we don't get a handle on this, there's a potential that it could get extended even further. So we always have to value our risk in these scenarios. So I want you to incorporate that risk of what if I can't. What if a month goes by and I can't do anything as far as removing this tenant from the property? I can't even institute an action against them. So you're going to lose that time. It only, for me, emphasizes the importance even more to make sure that you have someone on your team who's driving by these properties, making sure you label, okay, this property looks like the person abandoned it, this property looks like it's occupied. I really, really want to put an even stronger emphasis than I did before on those properties that we identify that no one's in there, that's an unoccupied property. I'm going to, and any of them that are occupied, I'm going to put an even higher risk valuation than I did before as far as being able to remove the tenant, get them out of there. So I want you guys to know that when you're looking at these properties, I get some of my clients every once in a while, they'll pop up with an occupied property saying, well, I mean, how bad could it be? This makes me even more pessimistic on it. So let's make sure we're really, really isolating the properties that we know are vacant, that we can make a move on it, we can get in there and we can start doing that rehab right away instead of inheriting one of these properties where now it may take even longer to, it could take months and months and months to get the tenant out of the property. So please focus on that. Make sure you pay attention to that. You will be, if you win a bid, will be required to sign that agreement. So I just wanted you to know that was a big shock to me when I clicked on that link and I saw that today. But get out there and keep looking. I did see some really nice properties, and there's opportunities out there for all of you. Once the floodgates get opened, where the courts are reopened and the foreclosures orders can be entered. Right now in Cook County, no foreclosure orders until May 18th. That's pretty long way out, which means once May 18th passes, the foreclosure courts reopen, there is going to be a massive, massive backlog of foreclosures. So I still want you guys looking for properties, and girls looking for properties now, but also keep in mind, once we hit the end of May, there is going to be a huge flood of auction properties that we're going to be able to evaluate and hopefully be able to pick off some really good ones for all of you. So if you're in a situation where you're saving up your money, now is a really good time to really get yourself ready, get a good game plan where you can bid on an auction property. And when we get to that end of May, hopefully there'll be so many properties that a lot of you, I know a lot of the smaller investors out there, sometimes you have a hard time with the competition. Hopefully you'll be in a position where there'll be so many properties available that maybe you can pick off a couple of good ones, because it's just, there's going to be so much inventory for us to take in. Hopefully there'll be a lot of opportunities for all of us out there. So if you have any questions about this, what you want your investment strategy to be, what you want your game plan to be, either for the next 30 days as far as looking for properties that are available on the market, or preparing for the mid to end of May, when we're going to see this huge flood of foreclosure and auction properties, please reach out. I'm happy to help you as far as getting established, getting your entity created, being ready to go, so we can start getting you guys some amazing properties that hopefully we're going to be coming down the pipe here. So hope everyone is well, staying safe, washing your hands, and I'll talk to you soon.